Tim, it's great to be here. You're the Managing Director of IST Metz. We're here in your headquarters in Nürtingen, near Stuttgart. With the upcoming Drupa show, obviously, probably the main thing on your mind at the moment. Can you tell us a little bit about what the company will be showing, what you'll be focusing on at Drupa?
Sure, I can do. So we will show basically the whole spectrum, right? What we have on the plate at IST. So we have completely redesigned everything, a lamp, everything, a LED head, completely refurbished, put all our innovation into that new system. So really trying to relaunch the whole product portfolio at the Drupa, right? For Drupa, for us, and it's the first for me. So every 4 years we have the chance to really showcase what IST is capable of, and that we will do, right? So we have now 8 weeks left until the Drupa, and you can imagine, so everyone is working really hard to get everything fixed and ready until the Drupa, the big event. Yeah, we have a huge booth for us. We have a CX104 at the booth, the printing press of Heidelberg. We have our new LED systems, hybrid systems on that. We will have 4 shows every day together with Heidelberg. We will display the wide range of the product portfolio. We have also, besides the sheet fed world, right, where we say we will launch Excimer solutions, 2 new lamp heads with the Excimer. So there is coming a lot. That means that we have a lot to prepare regarding newsletters, regarding all the documentation, the marketing attached to the products we are launching. So that is quite a task, but it's a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward because, yeah, I mean, it's a huge event, right? And 11 days in Düsseldorf might be also nice in the summer. Yeah?
Sure. You mentioned UV LED. This is obviously a big kind of trend in UV curing at the moment. What are the benefits, specific benefits of UV LED compared to traditional curing? And what's your experience in terms of the customer's reception to it? Are you seeing more and more converters switching over to UV LED?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're basically a huge advantage coming along with LED. Obviously, the efficiency, right, which is much higher than the mercury lamp, so much less energy consumption, which comes along with LED. On the other hand, you have some application, or still some application, where you might need the huge spectrum of a UV mercury lamp, right? So it is really a transition period right now, maybe analog to the automobile industry. We are now in Stuttgart, right, and we are facing also this mobility trend where you have from an exhaust engine to an electric car, and that's basically what's happening within the printing world, I assume, right? We have seen the shift in the narrower world where they're shifting and transforming quite quickly to LED due to the ink availability. That is now also transforming to the side applications, right, for sheet fed. Not that quick yet, as we have seen in the narrower world, but it is coming along, and yeah, maybe with the ban in 2027, with the mercury ban in the European country accelerating. I personally doubt that this ban will come in 2027. We will obviously prepare for that, for the complete change, but I would assume there will be a prolongation of the exception of the mercury ban coming along, but that you never know, right? I mean, once politicians are in the game, sure, there might be some risk attached to that, but on the end, we will prepare for that LED shift. I mean, Drupa is the main in the sheet fed area, the show for sheet fed, and there is the transformation coming along. But as I said, I think not yet for all application, or I know not for all application where mercury is still the way forward or way to go. Yeah, so we are in the transition phase. I mean, IST has presented, I think 8 years ago already, an LED solution for sheet fed, but the time was too early, okay? But I think we are now also getting more and more into the LED transformation, or we see the transformation is ongoing in sheet fed, and that is what we will present. The hot swap solution, which was invented by IST in 2016, so the swap between mercury and LED with the hot swap directly. So that will be a little bit relaunched at the Drupa, just doing some innovations and some attachments or additional solutions to that one, and then despite all the other products, as I mentioned. Yeah.
So you say there's been obviously a quicker adoption in the narrow web sector. Is it just a question of the expense of the inks? Are there other factors as to why in the sheet fed market perhaps it's been a little bit slower?
It is as always the cost side, right? I mean, yeah, sure, the cost side at the inks, as well as the cost side as the LED head, right? I mean, you have the narrow LED head, so the costs are linear. So the more LED chips you are putting into the lamp, the more you cost linear, and that's coming along with the mercury. I mean, the mercury lamp, it's basically the same cost, rather it's 15 centimeters or a meter wide, right? So from a material point of view, there is not the big gap. And that is obviously which is the driver, or was the driver for the narrower bird, where you see, okay, the ink availability, the pricing, and then the pricing with the small ones, right? Sure, there is also the complexity coming along. There's much more speed in the print world, sheet fed world, where you need much more dose to the systems, which are now in line. Yeah, so the developments has been increased, obviously. So we are right there at the pinnacle where we can now use LED for sheet fed as well. Yeah.
You have an exciting landmark installation coming up, which will coincide with Drupa. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's really great, and really appreciate that one. Thank you very much for asking. Right, we have the 100,000th lamp head we will distribute during the Drupa. Right, so it's an XL106, I guess, and the 100,000 emitting lamp for IST. I mean, we have delivered more than 15,000 systems into the market, and the 100,000th lamp is then being delivered while the Drupa is taking place, and that's a really cool landmark, yeah, is it not?
A great landmark, absolutely, yeah, a real celebration to be had at the show.
Yeah.
Excellent, well, I'm sure you're looking forward to it. I hope you have a great show.
Okay, thank you very much, I will.